Welcome to Tai Chi. Everybody ready? Let's warm up. Hands at your waist, turn your neck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stretch your neck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn your shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Expand your chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Waist exercise. Stretch out those arms. Turn the hips and waist. Peek at the heel of your opposite foot. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Airplane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Touch toe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn your hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Be careful. Shift your weight to the left. Kick your right foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Kick your butt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn your knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Heisman, opening up your span, parallel feet. Choose the right side, cross and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shift your weight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Short one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, cross training. First with our wrists, arms extended, fingers widespread, making circles forward. Ibe, yat, ni, sam, se, look, chut, bat, gao, sup. Reverse, palms are up. Yat, ni, sam, se, look, chut, bat, gao, sup. Working on our ankles and our upper leg, whole leg. First kicking up the sand. Pile of sand in front of you. Root down on your left foot. So you have a right insubstantial kicking up that sand. Begin. Yat, ni, sam, se, look, chut, bat, gao, sup. Pedal forward. Yat, ni, sam, se, look, chut, bat, gao, sup. Standing on our right, kicking up the sand with our left. Yubei, yat, ni, sam, se, look, chut, bat, gao, sup. Pedal forward. Yat, ni, sam, se, look, chut, bat, gao, sup. Making circles with our foot. First on our right, going clockwise. Root down on the left. Yat, ni, sam, se, look, chut, bat, gao, sup. Reverse. Yat, ni, sam, se, look, chut, bat, gao, sup. Standing on our right, circling with our left. Yibei, yat, ni, sam, se, look, chut, bat, gao, sup. Reverse. Yat, ni, sam, se, look, chut, bat, gao, sup. New one, okay? Just out of it, okay? We're gonna picture a big drum right in the center of us. We have our feet extended. They're not parallel. This time they can spike out a little bit. Squatting down as far as you can. Right hand by your forehead. We're gonna play our drums. Here we go. Yat, ni, sam, se, look, chut, bat, gao, sup. Okay? Work on that one now, okay? I think you're gonna enjoy it, but I don't wanna detract you too much from Tai Chi, okay? Because as you can tell, it's more forceful, okay? It's very forceful, and it's not intended for a dance. But some of you know that I go out every Sunday and I teach Tai Chi to Hawaii Kai Holiday Retirement Home every morning. And I see them having a lot of fun with Tai Chi and a smattering of Luk Tunkin. So if they can enjoy it, I'm sure that we can too. You can too. All right. Golden cockerel, okay? Good Tai Chi posture. Opening up our span. Identifying our dantian 2 inches below our navel. Dropping our shoulders. Tucking our butt. tongue on our palate, and all those good things, okay? Here we go. Spiral to the left, up, golden cockerel. Last set. Kicking out. First 50-50. Gather the energy, rotate on your spindle, shift your weight to the left, right foot up, right hand out, follow with your eyes, follow with your feet, your foot. Don't forget your elbows, tuck them in right now. Don't forget that counterbalance hand in the opposite direction. Last set. Holding our ball. Root down. Where's your energy? Plant it on your right. Here we go. T stance, L stance, bow stance. Sit back, sit down. Pivot all the way around. T, L, bow stance. Okay, so you say, how can we refine this movement? We can by rounding our crotch right now and softly parting the wild horse's mane. Sit down on that imaginary chair, root down, form your ball in a nice semicircle, round the crotch, move that energy to the tips of your finger. Just like how the music is continuously and beautiful, that's how our movements should be. Rounding out the crotch. The better you can do it, the more energy is correctly distributed. Parallel higher to multitask. Round the crotch, same thing. Watch that hand that comes to the shoulder, soften it up, do not scoop it up. Pay attention to detail, last set. All together, hips and waist. Allow your hands to go for the ride. Round the crotch. We're going to ward off. Today's lesson. You may be asking yourselves, why is she teaching this when I know it so well? But you should be thinking, that there is more to what I know, you know, than you realize. Last set. Cloud hands. One. Two. And ask yourselves as you do this whether your hands are going for the ride, because you know that your hips and waist are doing all the motion. Single whip. Half step. Sit back. High pat on the horse. Step out, veer to the left. Gather the energy. Center. Kick out. Finish it nicely by dipping the wrist in. Sit back, sit down, pivot. Left hand, left foot up. And follow your kick. And hook and toe down, and we'll stop right there. Okay? All right. Moving back slightly, watching for the wires. Tai Chi walk. Hands at your waist. Good Tai Chi posture, grow through your spine. Relax the knees, pivot out, walk in that direction. Heel, round the crotch, over the heel, flatten down, bow stance. Take your time, sit back, sit down. Pivot out, walk into the left position. Heel out, round the crotch, over the heel, flatten down. Sit back, sit down. Pivot out. Shift your weight. Heel, round the crotch, over the heel, bow stance. Sit back, sit down, pivot out, walk in that zigzag direction, heel out, round the crotch, over the heel, down. Getting ready to hold your ball. Do not give way to the ball. Continue with a good Tai Chi walk. Hold your ball, heel, round the crotch, over the heel, part the wild horse's mane. Sit back, sit down, pivot, shift your weight, better balance with the ball, heel out, L stance, bow stance. Sit back, sit down, walk in that zigzag, center, heel round the crotch, bow stance. Half step forward, hold your ball, spin your ball as you spin on the axle, look at the advancing right hand as you put it on your toe, lift it up, set it down. Be sure you have your parameters where your baby finger is slicing the edge of your opposite shoulder. Drop your front foot, bring that elbow in as you bisect towards your dantian. Swirl back and look back at the higher hand. Lift up the front foot, place it on its heel. Turn the hips and waist, brush knee one. Sit back, sit down, pivot out. Shift weight, swirl, advance with your L stance, round the crotch. 2. Sit back, sit down, walk in that direction. L, round the crotch, brush knee final. Half step, sit back, walk the front foot to the toe, place it on its heel as you play your lute. Going backwards to warm up and review. Drop your front foot, center the front hand, back hand higher, glancing at it. You're on the toe of the front, weight it down on the right. Lift up, Stretch out as it comes to your ear. Pivot to the ball of your foot as you slide back and push forward. Center on your toe, glancing at the back. Lift up the toed foot. Stretch it out as you multitask to repulse the monkey, ending by skimming or touching your hip. Center, lead with your toe, backhand higher, lift off, stretch out, down, pivot, slide. Don't forget to modify the insubstantial foot. Center, lift up, position the foot so it's cross-sectioned so that you will be in line to now hold your ball on a T-step. Today's lesson, out with your heel, round your crotch, ward off. Turn your hips and waist, reposition your hands, sit down, sit back, look back, contact. Turn at your hips and waist, center of your body. Now push the energy out. Separate your hands. Roll back to your heel of your forward foot. Sit down. Push up. Advance forward by flattening your foot as your hands go forward. Other side. Sit back, sit down. Pivot. Left hand on the top, right hand on the bottom to hold your ball. Out on an L. Push your opponent by using your forearm. Turn hips and waist, reposition your hands. Sit down, sit back, look back, contact. Turn at the hips and waist, push from the center. Separate, roll back and sit down on that stool. Here's the part. Come up, then flatten at the same time your hands advance forward. Sit down, sit back, cup. 9 o'clock, two things happen. 3 o'clock, hook, across the hips and across the face, out, single whip. Okay, so now go back to your original position and then let's go advance to the left. And think about what we just did in warming up. What did we do and what did you feel that was comfortable for you and what was not so comfortable? And also thinking through what did you do to get away from your normal way of doing it and learn something new? Did you open your mind? Okay? Think about it. So, yeah, we learn things in a normal fashion, like how we went to school and how we went beyond that for education. And we always said we have to know what the letters are from the beginning of the alphabet, and then we'll learn the latter parts first. But in Tai Chi, you can do that, but the priority is not so much the orderly fashion in which the movements occur, but what it takes to furnish you with support for those movements and understanding how your body can move in all 24, all 10, all 16 movements. Okay, so there's an underlying foundation that we try to establish, and then we apply it to all movements. So this is the point we're at, where I want to teach newcomers to the 24, as well as seasoned people, even for those in level 3, to kind of think through the principles of Tai Chi and those essential elements and apply them, because that will, in the long run, not only give you better health, better understanding of your body, but then applicable to all forms of Yang Tai Chi, if not some other forms of Tai Chi, okay? So it's knowing about your body is a bigger picture. So we said that we would advance to our left, okay? In the same format that we just did forward. Good Tai Chi posture, commencing form, shift weight, on the toe, open, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, rotate. Deep breath in as we elevate. Shoulder level, we tuck the elbows down, use your flexing of the knees. Hold your ball without raising your shoulder on a T, out and to the side, round the crotch to part the wild horse's mane. 1, sit back, sit down, pivot out on a zigzag, shift your weight, ball for better balance. 2, sit back, sit down, pivot out, ball for better balance, out on an L, round the crotch, final parting of the wild horse's mane. Half step forward, hold your ball, spin the ball to the right as you watch that advancing right hand, lift to your toe, lift up, point it out, stretch out the knee, weight on the back. White crane spreads its wings. Drop your front foot, tuck the elbow in as you bisect till you're done. 10, swirl back to the backhand as you glance. Lift up the forward foot, put it on its heel, brush knee 1. Hands go for the ride. Sit back, sit down, shift your weight, consolidate the energy, multitask, brush knee 2. Sit back, sit down, pivot out as if you're walking in that direction, shift your weight, round the crotch, final brush knee. Half step forward, sit back on the back foot, rock the front foot, reposition your hands onto its heel, play your lute. Weight on the back, drop the front foot, center the front hand, glance at the back hand that's higher, lead with your toe off the ground, stretch out, heel, pivot on the ball of your foot as you meet in the center as you repulse the monkey. Lead with your toe, glance at the back hand, lift up, stretch out, heel, pivot, slide. 2, center, higher, lead with your toe off the ground, stretch out, way back, meet, pivot, slide to the hips. Center, higher, glance, lift up, toe, heel, pivot, slide. Forgot to modify. Hold your ball in a T stance. Ready for today's lesson. Root it down on the right. Take an L, round the crotch, ward off. Opponent's right in front of you. Therefore, that forearm should come towards the center. Without moving your hands, you're going to turn your hips and waist. Okay, you got to follow everything I say. Then flip the left hand, join it with the back hand. So now they're staggered palm to palm. Your feet are flat on the ground. To get back to the right, towards beyond your hips, you're going to leave your hands there and you're going to sit back, sit down, flex the back knee, turn at your hips and waist, contact, turn at your hips and waist, center your body, push the energy out, separate the hands, then leave the hands there and roll back. Sit down, push up, leave the hands there, lunge forward. Full extent without going beyond your knee, beyond your toe. Sit back, sit down, pivot, nice spiral, root down, hold the ball on a T, out on an L, round the crotch, ward off with your forearm, turn hips and waist, leave the hands there. Now reposition your hands, staggered palm to palm. Leave the hands there. What do? You sit down, sit back, flex down, turn at your hips and waist. Contact. Nobody should be moving. We contact it. We turn at the hips and waist to bring the hands to the center of our body. Then push out. Separate those hands. Sit back. Sit down. Push up. Then slowly synchronizing hands and feet to come flat for your feet. Other side practice, drill, twist step, holding your ball, T. Bring that ball closer so I can't see your elbow. Out, L, round the crotch, ward off. Leave the hands there, turn the hips and waist, allows the left hand to go to the left, join it by the other hand, staggered palm to palm. Leave the hands there, sit down, sit back, look back, turn, contact, turn at the hips and waist, center of the body, push the energy out, separate the hands, roll back, sit down, push up, you're still on your heel, then together, hands go forward, foot goes down. Timing is important. Sit back, sit down, twist step, T stance, ball for better balance, bring it in. Think it through. Take an L, round out, ward off. Turn hips and waist, reposition your hands. Hands go for the ride. How? By sitting down, sitting back, using your hips and waist. Contact. Turn at the hips and waist. Do not move your hands. Push out. Separate those hands. Sit back as you roll back. Sit down. Push up. Advance together, hands and feet. Sit down, sit back. Twist step. Hold your ball. So to grasp the bird's tail is the main movement, but in it we know that first we need to ward off our opponent. Okay? Do it for me, okay, with me, and then incorporate something that you saw that maybe you can alter in what you already know. Okay, here we go. Good posture. Begin. Okay, with words. On a T stance, holding your ball. Out on your heel, round the crotch, forearm your opponent. Turn your hips and waist. Reposition your hands, sit down, sit back, look back. Turn, contact. Turn at the hips and waist, push out the energy. Separate the hands, then roll back. Lift up that foot. Up first, then advance, synchronizing hands and foot. Twist, T, ball, out L, round the crotch, forearm. Turn hips and waist, reposition hands, sit down. Turn at the hips and waist to look back. Contact, turn at the hips and waist, push, separate. Roll back, heel, lift up, push up rather, advance forward. Another one, twist, ball, L, round, push, turn, sit down, turn at the hips and waist to look back, contact turn again to push forward, separate, roll back, sit down, push up, advance forward, twist, spiral, T, out L, round crotch, ward off, turn hips and waist, reposition your hands, hands go for the ride, use your hips and waist, contact, use your hips and waist, push out, separate, roll back and sit down, up, lunge together forward, one without words, same tempo. You don't have to watch me, or you shouldn't have to feel that you do. Okay, and you're going to hold your ball, and you're going to pause. Okay, and then you're going to watch and pick up something more. Okay, I'm going to do kicking it up a notch for your own, okay, own ability, your own self-satisfaction. Here we go. Begin. Okay, 12 o'clock, cup. 9 o'clock, flip the hands. 12 o'clock, cup. 3 o'clock, hook, shift your weight, hook. Out across to an L, turn the palm, single whip. Okay? All right. Lots of drilling. Hopefully it was a little clear as we elevated and kicked it up a notch. To put a disclaimer, so to speak, a lot of my performances, whether they be in class or outside of class on tour or whatever, and you may see it on the older YouTube videos or on Olelo, you will see something different than what I taught today or this morning. But just kind of take it in and then just do what I taught you rather than what you see, because I'm on my own journey, okay? And there are times when I'm stuck in that journey and I don't realize what I'm doing until way after. So that's the way it is. That's why I like Tai Chi, because you feel satisfied, you feel like you're on top of the world, and when somebody tells you or something clicks in, you have to back off, and then you have to re-teach or relearn. In my case, relearn first, and then reteach you. All right.
Just to mix you up a little bit. Grasping the bird's tail is a very beautiful movement or set of movements. And they embody a fair amount of Tai Chi concepts. And I'm going to try to just go through, again, intention. Of course, Tai Chi is sometimes presented or accepted at different levels. Some people want to do it just as a dance, and it's very beautiful. And sometimes some of the movements are very exaggerated, so you lose the essence of where it came from. I would like people to, hey, do what you think you want to do. If you want to do for beauty, fine. But understand where it came from. It may give you some idea of how it may help you physically in terms of what parts of your body are moving and what kind of exercise you're getting. One of the things that grasping of the bird's tail does is it can show you, there's in Tai Chi, there's supposedly, I think, 8 ways to deliver your energy. And at least there's 4 of them present in grasping the bird's tail. For instance, if you're here, step out, you do this, ward off. This is a thing called pang. You're just trying to hold your position. So if anybody comes in here, he can't push into your response or your defense. You're just holding your position, okay? And then the second is you come out here, you go out here, and you come back. And this is a thing called lu, which is you're trying to evade. The person is coming at you, so you pin him, and then he's coming at you, so you just sweep him aside. And the next way of transferring is a thing called chi, which is pushing, applying energy. You've invited him too. You say hello, goodbye. But you, of course, you do it very gently. And then the guy says, I'm coming for more. So you say, okay, come. But as soon as you come, I bring you in, but I sweep you back up. It's almost like a combination movement. Come. And that's the Tai Chi concept of yin and yang. Yeah? The yang is the male. The yin is, come here, honey. Boom. Okay, so when you do those movements, that's you might think of that. But you see people, they do here, out here, and they come way up here, and they come down. And I think that's more of the dance display movement of Tai Chi. And sometimes you do that for your enjoyment. It makes you look beautiful, right? And if nothing else, if you say, geez, most of you are pretty much sophisticated in the basic forms of Tai Chi. Of course, you're doing 24, and that's a few new movements that you need to do. But this grasping of the bird's tail, it's one set of motion, and because you know the 10 form, you can go and do it this way, you can go do it that way, and just doing that, you don't have to remember all 10. You just stay in your space and you can exercise, sometimes at your leisure.
Okay, I kind of debated on whether to go closely over last week's lesson on repulsing of the monkey. I gave you the benefit of the doubt and said that you got as much as you could because it was a pretty saturated lesson and with instruction, so we can always renew it. Okay, there's going to be time. But the most important thing, and I think I left that thought with you, was that you yourself have to apply as many instructional pieces that you can to incorporate to be safe. And once you've laid that, that becomes your platform. So live with that platform now, knowing that you can always revisit the lesson and refine your movement. And I think that's the way it should be for all movements, everything about Tai Chi. It's out there, martial arts intent, everything else. And for those who are eager to learn and benefit from it, go back and check on it, okay? So it's a good Tai Chi posture, commencing form. Part the wild horse's mane. Last half step. Spin and rotate and watch. White crane spreads its wings. Bisect. Swirl back. Brush knee 1. And 2. And 3, final. Half step. Spin and rock. Sit back and weight down as you play your lute. Drop the front foot. Lead with your toe as you open. Lift up, stretch out. Repulse of the monkey. 1. Center, lead with the toe. Glance up, stretch out. Multitask. 2. On your toe, glance, lift up, stretch out, rotate on that spindle, skim or touch your hip. Last one, don't forget to modify. Glance, lift up, stretch out, modify, meet, final 4. Hold your ball, ward off. Side. Roll back, sit down. Up, together, lunge. Twist, cup, 9 o'clock. 12 o'clock, hook 3, T, across, out, single whip. Sit back, cup, 3 o'clock, cloud hands. Hips do all the work. Rotate on your spindle. 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock hook, form your T, out L, last single whip. Half step, sit back, palms open, rock the front, lift up the front, pat your horse. Cross, veer to the left as you rotate on that spindle on your heel, Gather the energy, cluster it by your dantian, coming up, kicking out. In, L stance on the heel, double punch. Sit back, spin all the way around, left foot comes up, left hand on the outside, kick out. In, toe down, parallel, look at the hook hand, serpent in the grass, golden cockerel, toe spin, serpent the other way, veer to the right, set, shift your weight up, golden cockerel. L stance, ball, L stance, spin the ball to the forehead, push maiden shuttles to the right, sit back, twist out, ball, maiden shuttles, L stance to the left. Half step to the back, across your hips and waist, needle to the bottom of the seat. One hand comes up, join it by the second hand, then your left. Good Tai Chi posture, commencing form. Part the wild horse's mane. Last half step. Spin and rotate and watch. White crane spreads its wings. Bisect. Swirl back. Brush knee one. And two. Three, final, half step, spin and rock, sit back and weight down as you play your lute. Drop the front foot, lead with your toe as you open, lift up, stretch out, repulse of the monkey, 1. Center, lead with the toe, glance up, stretch out, multitask, 2. On your toe, glance, lift up, stretch out, rotate on that spindle, skim or touch your hip. Last one, don't forget to modify. Glance, lift up, stretch out, modify, meet, final 4. Hold your ball, ward off. Other side. Roll back, sit down. Up, together, lunge. Twist, cup, 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Hook, 3, T, across, out, single whip. Sit back. Cup, 3 o'clock, cloud hands. Hips do all the work. Rotate on your spindle. half step. Sit back, palms open, rock the front, lift up the front, pat your horse. Cross. Veer to the left as you rotate on that spindle on your heel. Gather the energy, cluster it by your danten, coming up, kicking out. In, L stance on the heel, double punch. Sit back, spin all the way around, left foot comes up, left hand on the outside, kick out. In, toe down, parallel, look at the hook hand, serpent in the grass, golden cockerel, toe spin, serpent the other way, veer to the right, set, shift your weight up, golden cockerel, L stance, ball, L stance, spin the ball to the forehead, push maiden shuttles to the right, sit back, twist out, ball, maiden shuttles, L stance to the left. Half step to the back, across your hips and waist, needle to the bottom of the seat. One hand comes up, join it by the second hand, then your left foot, stretch that knee, flush arms like a fan. Sit back, sit down, twist step, fist down on the toe, spin out on your heel to deflect, parry, and then punch. Touch, roll back, sit down, come up, lunge forward, apparently closing, twist, open twist, in twist, shift your weight as you cross with your right hand inside, bring that foot in, rotate as you come up, bring the tiger closer, then push him away, separate your hands, show me how your hands go for the ride. Drop your shoulders, flex your knees, gravity takes care of the rest as you now lift off the ground, toe down, closing form. Okay, and right now you should be in a pretty good Tai Chi posture, okay?